Hi, I'm back. Oh, I'm still here. You're back. The truffles are doing their thing. Remember from the last episode, I said I'm going to bring that forward. So I thought I'd make a little bit of a main course. Now, this is something through necessity kind of happened one time, and it is the world's fastest pasta sauce. So I've just browned up some garlic and a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to add some straight tomato sauce right out of the can. I've got some pasta boiling. This is something, you want something quick, and you don't want to open a jar of pre-made. And this is going to give you luscious tomato flavor. And today, instead of going the Italian herb route, I'm going to do some lemon pepper as a seasoning. Fresh, citrusy. And I'm going to put this on to just let it sit there and simmer while the pasta cooks. And then, my little secret ingredient, a little bit of vodka. Makes it kind of a vodka sauce. And then just before I take it off the heat, I'm going to add some cream so it becomes kind of a fancy vodka cream sauce. But that's all it has to do is sit there and steam because, strictly speaking, the tomatoes have already been cooked. So I'm going to put that on to simmer. I threw together some real simple meatballs. They're in the oven. Meatballs are great. You can cook them on over the stove, in a frying pan. Sometimes if I'm making a big long cooking sauce, I'll make them up, throw them in the sauce, and let them just cook there. Today I threw them in the oven, let them get browned up. Takes about 15 minutes. Then I'll throw them into the sauce, toss them into the pasta, and I got a meal. So I do have to check my pasta. So see, I do more than just appetizers. We'll put that aside for later. And put this aside. I think I'll make up a little bit of a salad. Then I have 2 plates. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make up a salad, and I'm going to make up the beer dressing like what I did at the beer dinner a couple weeks ago. I know it sounds odd, but I, who am not a beer drinker, even enjoyed it. Again, I watched this all before y'all came up, so I know it's fun to watch me chop, but I don't think it's fun to watch me wash vegetables. I got my mandolin out. Now, I don't know if y'all have used mandolin. It's great for stuff just like this. You want to get nice thin slices on something like a radish. It fits on here. Make sure I'm going in the right direction. And then I'm just going to run it back and forth, and then I throw it all over the table. What I end up with is nice, thin slices of radish. And I've discovered, and my guests discovered, that the radish played off really nice against the beer. Excuse me. Put those there. But mandolins are fun. If you have an opportunity, especially if you get one like this, the most dangerous part is this is an exposed blade. If you're holding your radish or your potato or whatever straight, you're going to cut yourself. If you have one like this holds your produce, your hand is completely protected behind here. And it makes using this easier, and you can, like I said, you can come up, presentation, you get a nice consistent size. So it's definitely something you should look into. Now, it wouldn't be a Connie salad if I didn't have some red onion going. I'm going to turn around and zhuzh my pasta real quick. Turn my sauce back on. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Oven's giving me grief. It's a Monday. It's being very Monday today. But we shall overcome. I'm going to slice down. Again, you can do the red onion. You can do almost all your vegetables on the mandolin. When I do large, big pans of like oven roasted root vegetables, it's perfect for that because they're all consistent in size. So they're all going to cook at the same time. And it is pretty, when they're not all chopped up and ragged, which, frankly, is how I generally chop. I'm going to take a little bit. We had some avocado left. A little trick here, if you want to slice the avocado, this is still in its shell. And then take this off this way, and I get chunks. If you try to take it out and then slice it, a lot of times it just breaks up on you, especially if it's getting soft. How's that? All right. Don't like to waste anything. Leave that for the cleanup crew for later. All right, now to the dressing. I picked up a can of summer wheat beer. Now, I'm not a beer drinker. I asked for Dean's recommendation on that, and that's what he told me to do. So that's what I did. And I've lost my olive oil, so I'm going to step back here and grab it. There it is. And I had a little secret weapon. I know I'm dancing around here a lot today, aren't I? Give that a zhuzh. That's coming along. Take a quick look in here. Oh, the meatballs are almost done. Okay. So, when I went to mix this up for the dinner, of course, I'm not a judge of it because I'm not a beer drinker. I'm obviously also not a beer opener. And to me, that just smells like beer, which does not have a lot of appeal. However, making it up like a vinaigrette, but using the beer in place of vinegar, I'm going to add some olive oil. And at this point, what I still have, I basically have olive oil that smells like beer. So I thought, what can I do? I've got to sweeten it up a little bit, but I don't want to go the full route and go honey. I reached in the pantry and grabbed blueberry syrup. My husband just about flipped. He's like, oh, don't do it, don't do it. I said, well, I've got to do something, and I'll let Dean taste it, and if he thinks it's no good, then I'll make something else. Well, Chris tasted it. It was very pleasantly surprised. And then Dean came in, and after a lot of cajoling, he tasted it, and he was very surprised. So what you get is you get the foaminess and such from the beer. You get a bit of the beer flavor, and then that little bit of sweet. Just a little bit more. So then I went and asked the guests. I said, before I plate your first course, does anyone want their salad undressed? And I explained what I was making. Everybody wanted this, and everybody enjoyed it. So just a little different take. Now, can you imagine this on a hot summer day when you have maybe a nice cold pasta salad, and you can dress it up with this? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Simple. Impress your friends, especially your beer drinking friends. All right, so we'll set that right over there for the moment. And I'm going to tidy up a little bit here, and when we come back, I'm going to pull the meatballs out, and we're going to assemble the pasta, and then we'll get to truffle time. So come on back, give me a minute.
Hi, I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles. Did you know that Charter Channel 191 and AT&T Channel 99 are the only television stations you can find all the events and news just for you?
Oxford News This Week is your news closer to home. Catch us right here weekdays at noon, 6:30, and 11 p.m. and weekends at noon and 11 p.m. See you there.
I'm back. My pasta's ready. I'm going to drain it off. As much of the water out of there as possible. Just did some rotini today. Kind of a heartier pasta, tends to grab the sauce. Our sauce has been simmering First of all, I'm going to grab the meatballs out of the oven. Watch me remembering to turn the oven off. Now this is just a very small batch. Just made a few for demonstration purposes. And boy, that is hot. So now I'm going to take those cute little meatballs. I like little meatballs. I like the bite size. I don't want to have to dig them out of the sauce and then cut them before I can eat them. So those are going directly into the sauce. Remember, we call this the world's easiest pasta sauce. I'm going to turn the oven off, or the stove. Now I'm going to bring this over here. And it's different because instead of using the basil and oregano and such I usually do, I use the lemon pepper, and it's quite different. But when you cook as much as I do, you've got to change things up once in a while. And for anybody that eats my food often, you have to change things up once in a while. So all that is, to recap, is canned tomato sauce. I browned up some garlic and scallions, simmered it off, added some vodka, the lemon pepper. Now I'm going to turn it into a fancier cream sauce. Just a little bit at a time, because what I'm watching for here is kind of the color. I want to bring it up a little, but I don't want it to be pink. And for this you can use cream or half and half. You can even use milk. And what you get is a nice, rich, oh, does that look pretty? Meat sauce. It's actually, you can call it a meat sauce now because it has the meatballs in it. I'm going to toss those in here. Now, we could put the pasta on and then the sauce separately, but I want the sauce to really get in, sit there and talk to that pasta a bit. We're just going to let that sit there for a minute. Oh, look at how beautiful that is. Simple, quick. And this is the kind of thing you can make up a larger quantity, throw it in the fridge, and then, you know, you need something quick lunch, or the kids come in from school and they're hungry. Easy enough. Easy enough. There we go. Oh, that smells good. And it smells different. The vodka brings down the sweetness of the tomato, so it's not like a straight sweet tomato sauce. Got that little cute little meatballs in there. And again, if you're vegetarian, just leave out the meatballs. I made a pot of this up here last weekend, similar to this, and one of the ladies is a vegetarian, so I made a small pot without and the other pot with, so that everybody has what they want. A little bit more of that sauce and another meatball. And we have lunch. Ta-da! Now, that couldn't be much quicker or much easier. So, there you have it. The simple tossed spinach salad with the shaved radishes, a little bit of fresh avocado, red onion, dressed with our beer dressing, which we made with, in this case, a wheat beer, some olive oil, and blueberry syrup. Actually, the syrup was just because you need a little sweetening agent of some sort. You could probably use maple syrup, maybe a little bit of honey, but sometimes I just grab blind, and that's what I came out with. Not to mention, it gave it a really pretty color. So there you have it. And real simple pasta, and away you go. So another very easy meal, easy to prepare, inexpensive, and just make as much as you need. I made a very small quantity right now, but it's easy enough to make up a big pot. Takes the same amount of time, especially if you're throwing your meatballs in the oven the way I did. So when we come back, we're going to do our grand finale with the truffles and see how they turned out. In the meantime, give me a call anytime you want, 248-933-4579. Hit me up on Facebook, Treetop Lodge Oxford. Our website, www.treetoplodgeoxford.com, or you can email me at stormy3958@att.net. So now I've got that out of the way. Come on back in a few minutes. I'll move this stuff out of the way and we'll play with the truffles and see how they turned out.
Hello, I'm Elgin Nichols, and I'm here to invite you to watch our weekly calendar of events on Charter 191 and AT&T Channel 99. learn what local events are going on, and if you have a special event that you want our viewing audience to know about, call us at our TV station at 248-628-9658, or you can locate our dates and times for our program broadcast by going to our website, occtv.org. See you there.
Well, this is the chocolate that I had loose in the fridge. So I'm going to see if I can form that into some truffle balls. One little trick I learned the other night when I was doing this. It's good for your skin too. I was going to do this with a scooper, but I think I'll do it by hand. Oh, look at this. This is gorgeous. Roll it. And now I'm going to coat it in nuts. Look at that. Look at that. Now what am I going to do when I have to reach for something and my hands are covered with chocolate? Oh, it's all right. Get some of that glitter dust going on there. I don't know why I want glittery food, but I do. And we'll do one with the coconut, and then I'll wash my hands. This is so much fun. This is so much fun. You're supposed to get messy. Just don't lick your hands while you're doing it. You can wait till you're all done. All right, so that would be the 3 that we've done today. And as soon as I get some of this chocolate off my hands, I'm going to see how the others set up in the cups. Definitely going to need some work with the nail brush tonight. But that is... Oh, I really have to do this where I can experiment with more flavors. All right, so these are the ones that we hand formed. Now I can throw those in the fridge and let them firm up a little bit more, but I'm interested to see how these came out, which means I'm going to have to dissect a couple. So, the idea being, they're almost complete. There you go, they're almost completely set up. Okay, they could have sat a little bit longer, but I've got to try it. Oh, it's rich and creamy and just luscious. So I'm going to eat the rest of it. Yum. All right, so I think our experiment in the little cups worked. Now see, if there was somebody standing here with me right now, I could say, so which would you prefer? The smaller ones in the cups or the big freeform? Of course, these can be made to any size. But since there's no one standing here, because nobody wanted to play today, I guess, I'll put these all on a plate, and we'll have these up and ready. So we've done a lot of fun things today. We played with the truffles, and made some pasta, and made some beer salad dressing, and friends, we're getting to the point where I'm just not going to have too many secrets at all anymore. But I was thinking about it just now, as a matter of fact. I love sharing what I do and how I do it. And even giving away my so-called secrets. There's an experience that you have here at the lodge that you'd never have at home, because here you can just come and relax and let somebody else do it all. And I love the whole process, start to finish. I love sitting down with a notebook and an idea and planning a menu. And sometimes it's as simple as, okay, we have a beer dinner. Where do we go from there? Or it's Valentine's Day. What can I make that's going to be luscious and a little sexy? And so that's just the whole process. When you come up for a wine or beer dinner, you're coming up for a 7-course meal. Everything's going to flow one into the next. And it's different, and it's an experience you won't get anyplace else. There's a lot of good restaurants around, but we all do our own thing. So, you want good Irish food, you go to Sullivan's. You want the lodge experience, you come here. So there you have it. Is that beautiful or what? I'm very proud of myself. And I will refine this. I mean, it's something new for me, working with the chocolate and such. But I think I've gotten to the point now, I think maybe I can by Valentine's Day, be ready with some white chocolate and some dark chocolate. And maybe drizzle some caramel across. That would be fun. So that's what I've been doing. So you keep in touch, keep calling and sending me messages and sending me recipes. The avocado deviled eggs that we made earlier, I think in the last episode, that was one of my viewers sent me that idea. And it was a great idea, and how simple. And I ate one during the break, and they're delicious. Nice and creamy, and very fresh. I mean, it's egg and avocado. You know, what else do you need to do? So keep doing that. And in the meantime, stay in touch. Come up and visit. Come up and see the unicorns. Because they're all, even though it's winter, we have such a mild winter, they're out there all the time. So come on up and see them. And I want to thank you for coming to see me here on the show. I really enjoy doing the show, meeting a lot of people, making a lot of friends. And it's fun when I get stopped. I actually had somebody sneak up behind me and comment that, why don't I ever make a duck on my show? And I turn around and I have never seen this man before, and he's kind of laughed. And then we got talking about the show and why obviously I can't make a duck here. But just his way of letting me know he watches the show and he enjoys it, he and his wife. And that's nice for me, because it gives me a broader way to share what I love to do. So there you go. We've had appetizers, we've had lunch, we have truffles, and I'm going to have another one after lunch. And come on back and visit real soon. And there you have it. I got nothing else to say today. I know you probably find that difficult, but other than that, this is what I'm going to be doing this afternoon, cleaning up my own mess. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, I would love to have you. Just give me a call, 248-933-4579. Today's shows were actually planned. I was supposed to have more people here, and things, just don't work out sometimes. I understand that. So I had to juggle a bit more, and things might not have been quite as organized as I would have liked, but that's okay too. But I'd love to have you come. Ginger's coming soon. Pauline said she would come back. Terry's going to come back, and Chris will be back on episode 30, so we're getting close because this was number 24. So, yeah, give me a call. Or you know what? Give me a call and tell me what you'd like to make on the show. I don't have to take the lead on everything. I even have some people at Free Meals now that are taking the lead on the cooking and the menu planning, which is nice because it gives it a whole different flavor, so to speak. So do that. Give me a call. Join us for Free Meals. Join us here at the Lodge. Join me on the show. Have a nice day. Enjoy one another. Be nice to one another. And come on up and have a truffle with me.
At Oakland County Parks and Recreation, we value what you value: family relationships, community connections, good health, environmental stewardship, and economic stability. Oakland County residents and businesses have invested in preserving nearly 7,000 acres of parkland. Since 1966, 13 parks and golf courses have been acquired, maintained, and improved. Oakland County parks and facilities are made possible by millage funds supported by Oakland County residents. For a home valued at $200,000, the homeowner pays less than $25 per year to support the Oakland County parks. With every generation, families create lifelong memories at Oakland County's award-winning parks. From exciting summer escapades and stories around the campfire to brisk fall walks on wooded trails and snowy winter outings, the outdoors beckons year-round. It's time to get up, get out, and get going at the Oakland County parks. Active recreation options abound. Cross-country ski or mountain bike on tree-lined trails. Scale the rock climbing wall. Get your kicks with soccer at several sports fields. Row or paddle a boat on 4 picturesque inland lakes. It's an easy journey. Most parks are just a short drive away. A quick tip: all our parks and golf courses end in Oaks. To find your favorite, just go to DestinationOakland.com. Click to pick Oceans of Motion water parks at Red Oaks and Waterford Oaks, the Wint Nature Center at Independence Oaks, Teen Adventures, and even entertainment to go. When outdoor adventures on your list, there's fishing, beaches, boating, playgrounds, and seasonal hunting. The campgrounds at Addison Oaks and Groveland Oaks feel like being up north with plenty of recreation options. Want to get fit? Hit the trails. Oakland County Parks boasts more than 68 miles for strolling, walking, hiking and running, biking, or horseback riding. If the links are your lure, 5 golf courses, including premier course Lion Oaks, are conveniently located. Make Glen Oaks or White Lake Oaks your home course. Get an up-north feel at Springfield Oaks, or play a quick 9 at Red Oaks. Our recreation lineup rocks. Learn to swim. Experience an outdoor adventures camp. Take the fast track at BMX, or gain new lifelong skills. Everyone's included. Individuals with disabilities participate in dozens of adaptive opportunities, including a new fully accessible playscape, modified golf carts, and annual events. There's always something special going on at Oakland County Parks, whether it's a classic car show, the Oakland County Fair, a senior golf tournament, or the Ellis Barn Festival. Being green is an everyday practice with nature interpretive programs, wildlife habitat protection, reduction of invasive species, and stormwater management. Your responses to surveys indicate that you want more trails. The Oakland Trails Advisory Council was established to coordinate trail systems and seek grant sources for future trail construction. You also said that maintaining and refurbishing existing facilities is a high priority, as well as continuing exceptional quality service standards. Oakland County Parks serves an increasingly diverse population of all abilities, ages, interests, ethnic backgrounds, and cultures. The needs of lifelong residents, as well as newcomers, are carefully considered when planning parks and programs. Oakland County Parks and Recreation pledges to create community by providing places to meet, play, and learn. Observe environmental responsibility with natural resources stewardship, and enhance fiscal sustainability based on a business model of effective and efficient operation. During the last decade, the Parks Commission has purchased 297-acre Highland Oaks, acquired Catalpa Oaks, an urban park in Southfield, added new campsites and cabins at Addison Oaks, opened dog parks at Orion Oaks and Lion Oaks, relocated and reconstructed the historic Ellis Barn at Springfield Oaks, and built a universally accessible playground at Waterford Oaks. When the recession created financial hardships for families, the Parks Commission reduced many admission and rental fees. A $100,000 fund provides no-cost mobile recreation visits to local cities, villages, and townships. The Parks Commission has postponed some capital development and maintenance projects, and staff salaries and benefits were cut.
Hi, I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles. Did you know that Charter Channel 191 and AT&T Channel 99 are the only television stations you can find all the events and news just for you?
Oxford News This Week is your news closer to home. Catch us right here weekdays at noon, 6:30, and 11 p.m., and weekends at noon and 11 p.m.
See you there.